The cards were strong this morning. Oh my gosh. Tea. Raspberry leaf and cinnamon chips. Not as hot as yesterday. Which is great. So this morning, all clear? Okay. This morning, I did the tarot cards Mystical Wisdom, and I did the past, present, and future cards. So it's the 3-card layout. And wow, the, the message that came through was just amazing. And I love these things. Oh my gosh. I feel like when I started doing tarot, it was one of the greatest things that I started doing, because it gives so much insight and so much guidance, and just like it's the reassurance that, hey, everything's gonna be okay and everything's fine. I read somewhere once that tarot is like your inner voice speaking to you, which I thought was really beautiful. The first card is choices. My key takeaway from this is that the choices you make should always be for you. One of the things that humans have in this realm, in this earth, one of the things that humans have in this world is free will. And free will comes with the choice to either stay with the situation to how it already is, or change the situation. So whenever anyone is like, oh, these are the cards I was dealt, and they never try to change the situation, they made that choice to not change it. And I thought that was a profound way of looking at that, where it's like, wow, I never really thought of it that way. Because, people are like, oh, I had no choice. I had no choice. And it's like, okay, you were handed this thing, but you had a choice to either stick with it to where you do nothing about it and you just accept it, or you change it. That's a choice. That for me was like, wow, okay. And then the other side of that is that we have the free will to choose. And once we make that choice, we're also choosing the consequences that comes with that choice. It's not separate. They work together, where it's like, hey, I'm gonna drink some tea that's really hot. The consequences of that is that it's gonna burn going down, which happened yesterday. So it's like, it's not a separate thing. Once you make a choice, you choose the consequences that come with that. And consequences are subjective. They are literally just experiences of that. So if the experience doesn't fit right with you, then you're gonna label it as bad. And if you choose something that works really well for you, then you're gonna be like, oh my God, this was a great choice. Get it? Another part of the choices card that I really resonated with was choose for yourself, because you can never, ever please everyone and regret nothing. A lot of people make choices that benefit other people and don't even consider themselves while they're making their choice. And then on top of that, they regret all of it. So it's like you made this choice to benefit someone else, and then you regret doing it. And I know I've done that a million times. So it's like I've learned through trial and error that, hey, I gotta choose for me, no matter what, no matter the situation, I have to choose for me, because at the end of the day, something might happen and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I regret choosing that. And it's just like, I don't want to ever say that. Competition. The way competition was defined here, I love it. I love it because it doesn't have the regular definition of competition as how everyone defines it, where it's just like, oh, it's the race to the finish line. and whoever gets there wins. It's like, hey, maintain what you're doing and defend your position, never compromising who you are and never negotiating who you are and what you're worth. And it's just like, wow, that really is a different way to look at competition. My favorite three things that I got from the car was courage, persistence, and determination. Because you have to be brave to go after what you want. And then you have to go after what you want until the wheels fall off. And then when the wheels fall off, you get out, fix it, and you keep going because you are determined to reach your goal. You're determined to reach the destination that you're headed towards. You're gonna get there if you keep going. Don't ever stop. Don't ever let anyone talk you out of doing anything that you want to do. You have to make the choices for you. So assert yourself and keep going. The future card, money. Pulling this card, yeah, that is a reassurance for everything that I've been working on and just the path that I've chosen to take. And that means a whole lot to get this card, because the first thing the card said was, don't worry. Don't worry. What is the main thing that we do when it comes to money? We worry. And it's like, don't worry. It's okay. Everything will work out. You will find your way. You will always find your way. There are always people there to help you. So you just have to ask. And that's one of the things that I have been working on. I won't say trying, because I'm actively doing it. And trying just means that you're not really doing anything. So you're either doing it or you're not doing it. So I will say I'm actively working on asking for help. I'm very multifaceted and I can do a lot of things by myself. But at the same time, I don't want to do a lot of things by myself. It's kind of a seesaw moment where it's like, I'll just do it by myself. And it's like, but I don't want to do it by myself. And then I don't want to do it by myself. And it's just like, but I can do it by myself. So it's like, it's a constant fight where it's just like, girl, you don't need to do certain things. You can just delegate. Doing that takes a lot of courage to let things go and let go of the control of things. Asking for help is literally letting go of the control and accepting that, hey, I can't do this by myself all the time. It doesn't make any sense to do this by myself all the time. Ask for help, because if I don't ask for it, how will someone know that I need help? The part that it touched on for me was that even though in the past things didn't really work out to how I wanted them to work out, it's fine, because moving forward and moving into the future, I will make whatever I lost back and make even more than that, because that's just the type of person I am. I decided to go the 3-card route because it's a theme of Christmas, you know, ghost of past, present, and future. So I was like, oh, okay. So instead of pulling 1 card like I normally do, I'll just do 3. And I love that I did 3 because it was a close of a loop for me. And it's also a reassurance that what happened already doesn't matter anymore. Right now is what matters, because from right now, the choices I make moving forward are going to be the choices that either challenge me to learn something. Challenges always help. We never see that in the moment because we're so caught up in the emotions and everything, where we're just like, how am I going to figure this out? How am I going to do this? Oh my God, I can't really do this. And it's just like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Just calm down. Calm down. Keep your emotions very positive. The answer will come to you and you're going to be like, oh, I got an idea. Oh, I thought of something. And it's just like, yeah, that's you being open to receiving information from your higher self, from your inner being, and somebody who knows way better than you do. When you get out of that heightened emotional state, you get your answers. and you start moving towards the goal that you actually want. You learned what you needed to learn and you're moving forward. And that's really all that matters, is that you're moving forward.